Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is my live, and I am trying to come on here a couple times or once a week and just talk about issues that affect online teachers. So I like to come with issues that online teachers are being affected by, and I invite others to bring their issues too. So if you are here and if you have a question or if you have something that you want to talk about that affects online teachers, then please go ahead and you can leave a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know you have a question, and just say hi too. Like, let me know that you're listening and that you're here on the conversation. And yeah, I actually this was I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but I just recently put out a video about teachers quitting on to teach in the classroom at a brick and mortar school. And that is something that's really affecting a lot of teachers. I mean, a lot of teachers are having the same desire and issue that they want to just leave teaching in a brick and mortar school. And it's really sad to see all the teachers that are leaving. So if that's you, and if you've left teaching in a classroom recently, or if you're thinking about leaving teaching in a classroom at a brick and mortar school, then let me know, because yeah, it's affecting a lot of teachers. A lot of teachers are having the same thoughts about it. It's just amazing how many teachers are wanting to leave. I mean, not that I'm not surprised, but it's just sad that so many teachers are wanting to leave. And hopefully conditions can change so that teachers will not want to leave. But hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for saying hi. If you're here, then let me know that you're here. If you just want to listen, I'm happy to have you listen too. But yeah, that was just my first initial thought. Just so many teachers are leaving from the classroom and they want to find something else. And I'm so happy that I found online teaching, and it's really been a blessing for me and my family. Even before COVID started, I was able to teach online. So I'm really happy that I found it. And for other people who are thinking about leaving teaching, if you need something else to do, this is a great option. I'd be happy to help you get started. Hello, Lisette. Glad that you're here. Awesome. And Lisa Mike says, some are even leaving the profession altogether. Yeah, they're leaving altogether. And that's sad too. I mean, I think that teachers who have taught in the classroom are great. I think it's great for them to transition to online teaching. I think this is a great option for them. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the same benefits, but yeah, so that is something to consider. But there are ways to get insurance and things so that even if you're not teaching in a classroom, you can still be covered. So yeah, it's just something to consider. But there are other options. But it's a sad thing. But hello, Angela. Glad that you're here, and let me know if you have any questions. If anybody has any questions about anything, please just leave a comment, and I'd be happy to address it. But that was the first thing that was on my mind, just teachers leaving the classroom. And if you are one of those teachers who have left the classroom, just mention it to me in the comments. Let me know, and let me know how long it's been since you actually left the classroom. Like if you left a year ago, or if you're still in the process of leaving, then let me know. It took me a year to transition out of the classroom. I fell in love with online teaching, and that whole, like, I did it in the summer of 2018, and then that next school year, that was all I could think about, was like, could I do this at home all the time? Like, I just loved it. So it took me a year to fully transition out of it. But yeah, once I figured out that I could do it full time, and I had a couple of companies under my belt, then I just said I'm done, and I was able to do it. So I'm happy that I made the transition, and OutSchool has been wonderful for me. But we don't all work for OutSchool. So if you also want to list where you work, that'd be great too. I work for OutSchool, but I know some of you all work for Cambly and have might be working for, I don't know, iTutor Group, maybe Maybe you're applying to a place. I know I'm applying to All School. I'm still applying to All School. I mentioned that last week, but I'm still in the process. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought that it would, and but that's okay. But yeah, there's lots of companies to apply to, lots of places that we can work online. And I am going to be talking about that today. I have a list of companies that I have been working on and I actually divide them into different categories of type of places that you can actually teach online. So they're divided up into three categories: ESL, uh, then marketplaces, and then tutoring companies. So I have a list. I have put the list link in the description box if you want to have this list. And then there are links for each of the different companies next to the names. So you can, if you want to check them out, there's information right there. I don't work for all these companies, but at least you can know if you are looking for another place to work or just, a place to work, then you can take a peek at it and see if you find something. Now, I hope all the links are working. I did try. If they're not, I apologize, but you might have to do a little bit of looking and searching on your own to find another link for it that would actually work. But I did try to get all working links. But I'm going to share this with you now, and we're going to go through it. We're not going to talk about all the companies that are on here. Hold on a second. I didn't have this set up to share, so I have to do that now. Here we go. All right, so here's my list of places that you can teach. And like I said, it is divided up into ESL companies outside of China. Yes, these are ESL companies outside of China. There's a long list of them here. And then marketplaces, and then tutoring companies, like I said. And I am working on a video for just a few of the companies to go into a little bit more depth about the companies. So you could be looking out if you wanted to hear more about them, in my video, you can, or you could just click on one of the links and look into it yourself. But there's a couple of places here, like there's so many companies on this list that I just kind of accumulated right after China banned foreign teachers from China, from working in China. I started to make a whole list of companies that you can teach with outside of China. And I know at that time, a lot of these companies were hiring. Now, I can't say for sure that all these companies are still hiring, but there are a few that I highlighted in red that I do know are still hiring and are active, and so those you can look into. So like one of the ones that are highlighted, we have Cambly. Right above that was Clever Kid. And Clever Kid I thought was really promising at first. I mean, it seemed like it was going to, I mean, it had a really high pay rate. I think they hired a couple of teachers and then they kind of like stopped hiring for a while. So I don't know now what their status is. So that's why I said you got to do your homework. But then after that, it's Cambly. Sorry, I need to drink some of my water here. Yeah, Cambly, I've talked about it a lot on my channel. It is definitely a great place to work. The rate of pay is not as high as some other ESL companies, but very flexible. And and you know what? While I'm going through them, I'll tell you what I know about the application process, because application processes are very different. And some of them you can do all in a day. and some of them takes like several days to get through. Cambly, you can do it in a day. You submit everything, and then you can, you're done. It's not like they have to approve you along, as you go along the way. And I will say that there are benefits to both. I do like the quickness of just being able to be done with it and then submit things. But then if they reject you, you don't know why they're rejecting you. So if you have another application process like I'm doing right now with AllSchool, they are approving me for each level that I go through. And if I get rejected, I can know, oh, it's because of, I didn't have the right requirements. I didn't meet all the requirements, or my IDs were not sufficient enough for what they needed. So it's like, it helps you to know exactly what the problem is. And so I like that, because like OutSchool, I know I've helped a lot of teachers apply to OutSchool, and with OutSchool, yeah, you submit everything, but then you don't know if you're rejected. You don't know why. They don't give you feedback about why. So there it is. Like, you don't know if it's because of something you said in your description about yourself, something on your profile, something in the class that you submitted. So it's hard to say. So that's one of the things I don't like about that process. But you get it all done and you submit it. So benefits to both. All right, so Cambly is quick application process, and then next on the line that I have highlighted is Ungoo. Very, they are low paying, but they're a lot like Cambly, and I know that they're still hiring right now, but they're a lot like Cambly in that they have simple lessons. The pay is, it's on the lower end, but very flexible. And then Italki. That is one that you teach to adults only, and Goo, I believe you do teach to kids and adults. Italki, you teach to adults only. And iTutor next on the list. I'm not going to give that much detail for each one of these because of time, and because also I want to, like I said, I'm going to be doing a video that's going to be going into these companies more in depth. But iTutor Group is another place that is still active and hiring. And then Latin Hire. Oh, and one more thing about iTutor Group, their application process, I do know, is all in one. You just kind of submit and you're done with it. So, and then Latin Hire, they are, hello, Ariel AM. Hey, Kristen, good to see you here. Yes, this is very important information, she says. Such important information. We do need this right now. So I'm trying to give a brief overview of some of these companies. And then, so Latin Hire, like I was saying, they teach to people who are in Latin America, obviously. You can see that in their title, but then they are to adults. You're teaching to adults, right? And then Native Camp, that is a newer one that's out there now that a lot of people are talking about. I talked about that in my last live, and they seem to have, I've heard good and bad reports with them. Some people have said that they haven't been given or giving out all of their incentives. So that's something to, be aware of. But there are a lot of teachers who say that they have been getting paid. They're getting their paychecks. They are getting bookings with them, and their pay is, on the higher end. So Native Camp, something to look into. Online Kids Academy. Last I heard, they were still hiring. I don't know for sure, but I know that they were a good company to apply to before. But I don't know about their hiring process. I can't really say. And then going on to marketplaces. These are places that you can create your own class. Hi, Marilyn. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Marketplaces, you create your own class and you post them, and then people can sign up for a class with you. So, and by the way, if you're just joining now, and if you have anything to say about any companies that I have here, if you want to share some info about them, please let us know. And if there's something that you want to address, also let us know. But yeah, so marketplaces. So like AllSchool, that's one that I'm applying to now. It's very similar to OutSchool. You have to create your own class. And they are hiring right now. Amazing. And they are not specifically ESL. No. So these are coming out of the ESL category. These are just like any type of class. You can make science classes, dance classes, art classes, singing classes, right, Kristen? I know you do some singing classes. So all types of classes. So that would be for AllSchool. But Amazing Talker, that is a platform that is for ESL. So you can create your own ESL class and offer it on Amazing Talker. And I know they're still hiring, and they do have, they are for adults. Okay. And then going down, like I said, I highlighted the ones in red that I know specifically are hiring. Some of these other ones you might have to do your own research on. Hallow, hiring, great platform, newer, and it's very fun. It's a very fun platform to teach on because you can do more than just one thing. You can have your classes with your group. I think most of the classes are group classes. And then you could do your live classes and just teach live to people. So, and then those people can pay for interaction time with you. So you get paid through those lives also. So it seems very interesting. And that is my next platform I will be joining, just to get a little more experience with them. And so, yeah, they're hiring. And then going down, there's OutSchool, they're hiring. And that ends, I mean, your teachable moments, I've heard a lot about them. I don't really know how bookings are with them, and I haven't offered anything, so I can't really say I have any personal experience with them, but I would check them out. I know a lot of teachers was putting that platform together. Online teachers was working on that platform, so I would suggest that you would go check it out. And then going into tutoring companies, Amplify. A lot of people have been saying good things about Amplify, and they pay very well. Hello, LR. Glad you're here. You said is iTutor Group and Tutor ABC the same company? They actually are, and I had them listed as different companies, so my mistake. But they are the same company, but they're kind of like, they're the same, but they're different. And that's all I can really say. They're the same, but they're at the same time. I think they teach on different platforms. So, but I can't really give you more information than that. But then, yeah, going back to tutoring companies, these are companies also that you will probably have to have a little bit more recommendations, or what am I trying to say? Like you probably need to have a degree, right? Or a teacher certificate in order to work with these companies. So like I said, Amplify, I've been hearing really good things about Amplify. Latura, I'm probably saying that wrong. Latura. I've been hearing good things about them. And also Tutor Gigs. I forgot why I highlighted them. I think I recently saw a post about them, but I don't really remember a whole lot about them. And then Varsity Tutors. They are not constantly, but every now and then I'll get an email from them saying we're hiring, we want teachers, so send them our way. So yeah, I would recommend them also. So yeah, and about the hiring process with these tutoring companies, I don't have a whole lot of experience with them, and I don't know a lot about them, so I can't really say what the process is like with them, if it's like a multi-day process or if it's just like all-in-one. I can't say. I'm sorry. I did get hired with, let me go back. I did get hired with Varsity Tutors a few years ago when I first started teaching online, and I do kind of remember that it was a process. There was a little bit of a process to it, and you did have to submit a demo, but Yeah, I can't really say more than that. But like I said before earlier, that OutSchool, you kind of submit all your stuff all in one, but then if you are accepted, great. You don't know all of what they loved about you, and if you're rejected, you don't know why you were rejected. So that's one of the things about submitting all that information in at one time. It's hard to say why you were rejected. It could be because of your profile or because of your class description or the way you designed your class. You just don't know. So that's one of the things I don't like about the hiring process with OutSchool. AllSchool, I'm still waiting to see how that's going to end up. So stay tuned for my video that I'm working on about the AllSchool process. I'm going into the phase of creating my class now. So I will keep you posted about that. So yeah, that's what I have about the companies and the hiring process. There's a lot of companies out here, but it's hard to say what companies are still active and all of that. But there are companies. There's a lot of places to work. If you are new to ESL, if that's why you wanted to teach online, I would highly recommend Native Camp. They give you your course materials to teach, and you don't have to design classes. But for teachers who are leaving the classroom, I would highly recommend OutSchool because you can get paid more hourly on OutSchool than you can get on the other ESL platforms. So if you have a full class on OutSchool, and if you're able to keep your classes booked, you could get paid more on OutSchool and even on AllSchool than you can get paid on these ESL platforms. So something to keep in mind. But then you have to build up to having your classes fully booked, right? Teachers who work with OutSchool, it is a process, definitely. So something to keep in mind, but it's all a process. Even when you start with an ESL company, they give you some classes and then you kind of have to work your way up to getting fully booked as you continue to show your skills and gain some experience, then you get more and more classes. So it's all a process with teaching online. That's why it's always good to have a backup plan too. You want to have either more than one company you're working with or another, part-time job or full-time job that you're doing as you're working with these ESL or online companies. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can shoot them my way. But other than that, let me know if there's any other issues that you are thinking of. Thank you, LR, for your question. And any other issues out there that are affecting the online teaching community, now's your time to let me know. I plan on being here next Tuesday too. Don't know what the topic is, but if there's something that you want to talk about next week, you can always contact me and email me and let me know if there's something that you want me to address. But oftentimes I'll get ideas from responses and comments that people will send to me either via email or on my videos. But all right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining in. This one is short and sweet, and I appreciate you guys being here. And I will see you all next time. So happy teaching, everybody. Take care. Bye.